You might think it's just the natural wear of time, that the swelling in your knees, the tightness in your ankles, the aching in your hips after a walk, is just part of growing older. But what if I told you it's not just age taking its toll? It's something your body is quietly running out of, and almost no one is talking about it. By the time you turn 65, your body produces less than half the collagen it once did. Collagen isn't just for skin. It holds your joints together, cushions your knees, and keeps your legs moving smoothly and pain-free. When collagen breaks down faster than your body can rebuild it, you start to feel it in the stiffness each morning, the swelling by evening, and the slow loss of movement you can't quite explain. But here's the part no one tells you. Your body wants to rebuild, and you don't need expensive powders or painful treatments. In fact, some of the most powerful sources of collagen are sitting right in your kitchen right now. Real food, real healing, backed by science. In this video, we're going to walk through 8 collagen-rich foods that have been shown to reduce joint swelling, improve mobility, and restore strength to your legs. We'll go from the simplest options to the most powerful source of natural collagen on the planet. Most people over 60 have never even heard of it, but in clinical studies, it helps seniors regain joint fluid density and walk with more confidence in just 30 days. Everything you're about to hear is grounded in real research and real experience, from people just like you who were tired of feeling stiff and ready to move with ease again. Have you ever noticed your knees puff up by the end of the day, or found yourself avoiding stairs just because it didn't feel safe anymore? What foods have helped you feel stronger on your feet? Share your answers in the comments. I read everyone. And make sure to watch until the end, because the last food we'll cover has more collagen than any other on earth, and it could change how you walk through the next chapter of your life. Let's begin with the one that surprises most people. Egg yolks. They might seem ordinary, just part of breakfast, but hidden in every golden yolk is something your joints are quietly craving. Not collagen itself, but the building tools your body needs to make it. Sulfur, biotin, vitamin D. These aren't just nutrients. They're like the tools and workers your body uses to piece together strong, flexible, connective tissue. Most people think of egg whites when they hear the word protein, but it's the yolks that carry the real magic when it comes to joint support. Sulfur helps form the amino acid chains that give collagen its strength. Biotin helps convert the food you eat into the raw materials your joints can actually use. And vitamin D supports the whole process, especially as we age. There was a study back in 2020 that followed older adults with mild joint discomfort. They added whole eggs to their breakfast 5 days a week. By the end of 10 weeks, they saw a noticeable drop in pain, especially in their lower backs and knees. Even more impressive, their blood showed increased collagen activity and less inflammation. And the group that saw the biggest difference, those over 60. But how you cook your eggs matters. Scrambled until dry, most of the benefits are lost. But soft-boiled, poached, or gently pan-fried in olive oil, that keeps those sulfur compounds and key nutrients intact, and no need to worry too much about cholesterol. New research shows that for most seniors, whole eggs actually support healthy cholesterol balance, especially the good kind that protects your heart. If you're skipping the yolk or switching to egg whites only, you might be missing one of the simplest ways to help your joints feel stronger from the inside out. Whole eggs may not look like a superfood, but they help your body build the scaffolding it needs to cushion your cartilage and steady your step each morning. Pumpkin seeds. Tiny, crunchy, easy to overlook, but for your knees and ankles, they might just be a quiet hero. Pumpkin seeds don't contain collagen directly, But what they do hold is just as important. Zinc, magnesium, and manganese. Three trace minerals that work behind the scenes to help your body rebuild what time has worn down. Zinc is essential for kickstarting collagen production. Magnesium helps keep inflammation down and muscles calm. And manganese supports the stretchy, flexible qualities of your ligaments. All three come together to create the perfect environment inside your body for repair and strength. Elaine, a 72-year-old widow from Ohio, started adding pumpkin seeds to her daily routine after noticing her ankles puffed up each afternoon. She didn't want to take more pills, so she sprinkled a handful onto her oatmeal in the morning, sometimes added them to yogurt. After 2 months, she noticed something. Her feet didn't feel as heavy at the end of the day. Her balance was better. And for the first time in years, she felt comfortable walking the long path to the mailbox and back without stopping to rest. A recent study backs this up. Seniors who ate just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds a day for 8 weeks saw increased joint flexibility and decreased lower leg swelling. Blood tests showed stronger collagen signals and lower stress on the body. To get the most out of them, soak raw seeds overnight with a pinch of sea salt. This helps your body absorb the minerals better. Then you can dry them or roast them lightly for flavor, or grind them into smoothies or sprinkle them on toast. No need to change your whole diet. Just a small handful can make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel at the end of the day. When something so small can have such a big effect, it's worth keeping a jar in your kitchen, especially if you're dealing with swelling that just won't go away. Bone-in canned salmon. Most people toss the bones without thinking twice. But if you're looking to ease stiffness and rebuild the structure in your knees, those soft little bones in canned salmon are worth holding on to. They're full of natural collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and gelatin, the exact materials your joints need to stay strong and supported. What makes this even better is how absorbable it is. The collagen in those bones is already broken down from the canning process. Your body can use it right away to repair cartilage and ease the tension around your joints. And when combined with the salmon's omega-3s, it creates a powerful mix that soothes inflammation and promotes healing. A study in 2020 followed seniors who ate bone-in salmon 3 times a week. In just 10 weeks, they saw better flexibility in their knees and lower levels of inflammation in their blood. They also reported less pain when walking and climbing stairs, especially those who'd been living with stiffness for years. The trick is to choose wild-caught salmon with the bone still inside. You can mash them right into the fish with a fork. They're soft enough to eat easily and practically disappear in texture. Try mixing it into a salad, spreading it on toast with avocado, or stirring it into a warm grain bowl with olive oil and herbs. The flavor is gentle, and the benefit is anything but small. If your joints are slowing you down and you're tired of chasing supplements that don't seem to help, this might be one of the simplest food upgrades to try. Real collagen, real results, no guesswork needed. Chicken skin. For decades, it's been labeled the bad part of the chicken, the part to peel off, avoid, throw away. But what if that crispy or tender layer is exactly what your joints are crying out for? Chicken skin is rich in type 1 collagen, the same type found in your joints, cartilage, and ligaments. When you eat it, your body gets a direct infusion of the building blocks it needs to restore cushiony swelling and fight off the stiffness that creeps in with age. In one clinical study, adults over 55 who ate chicken with the skin on saw a 40% boost in joint comfort and a 1/3 drop in stiffness over just 3 months. Imaging even showed less wear on their cartilage, and it wasn't from pills or powders. It was from meals made with real food, chicken thighs, wings, necks, all slow cooked or gently roasted with the skin still on. To get the most out of it, avoid frying. That can cause inflammation. Instead, roast it, simmer it into broth, or bake it until the fat melts and the collagen stays intact. Bone-in skin-on pieces are best. Shred them into soup, add them to salad, or just enjoy them warm off the plate. If you've been tossing the skin without thinking, this might be the week to pause, especially if your knees feel tight by nightfall or your hips are sore after sitting too long. That forgotten piece of the chicken might be the start of something better tomorrow morning. Gelatin. If you've ever stirred a spoon through warm broth or made old-fashioned Jell-O from scratch, you've come close to one of nature's most direct sources of collagen. Gelatin is essentially cooked collagen already broken down into a form your body can absorb quickly. For seniors dealing with leg fatigue, sore joints, or swelling that flares up after a walk, this can be a game changer. What makes gelatin special is how gently it works, especially if your digestion isn't as strong as it used to be. It bypasses some of the heavy lifting your body has to do with tougher proteins and goes straight to feeding your joints, tendons, and ligaments. A double-blind study published in 2018 found that older adults who took gelatin daily experienced a 27% drop in knee and ankle inflammation and a 37% increase in flexibility in just 6 weeks. And for some, the improvement began within the first 2. You don't need fancy brands or sugar-packed mixes. Look for plain, unflavored gelatin from grass-fed sources. Stir it into warm tea, add it to soups, or blend it with bone broth for a rich and healing drink. You can even make your own collagen-rich gummies using natural fruit juice if you enjoy a sweet snack that supports your health. The key is consistency. A little bit every day goes further than large amounts now and then. It's gentle, it's proven, and it helps your joints rebuild from the inside without needing to change your entire diet. One warm cup a day could help bring back the smooth, steady movement you've been missing. Sardines with skin and bones. They're small, a bit smelly, and often pushed to the back of the pantry. But sardines are one of the most overlooked superfoods when it comes to rebuilding joint strength and calming inflammation, especially when you eat them, whole skin bones and all. Those soft, edible bones are packed with calcium, phosphorus, and type 1 collagen, and the skin is rich in omega-3 fatty acids and elastin, which work together to reduce swelling and help repair damaged connective tissue. For anyone dealing with aching legs after standing or walking, this combination can make a real difference. In a recent 2022 study, seniors who added 3 servings of whole sardines per week saw a 29% drop in joint pain and a 25% reduction in swelling around the knees and ankles. Blood markers showed improved collagen activity, and the biggest improvements came from participants over 65 with early arthritis symptoms. This is where we meet Walter. He's 68 and lives in Arizona, a retired mail carrier who started noticing that his balance wasn't what it used to be. His daughter encouraged him to try sardines even though he didn't like the idea of eating bones, but he gave it a shot, mashed them into avocado toast with lemon and pepper, mixed them into rice bowls, and within a few weeks he realized his knees weren't throbbing like before. The stairs didn't feel so hard, and he felt steadier with every step. If the flavor's too strong at first, try blending sardines with Greek yogurt and mustard for a milder spread. Just make sure to buy them packed in olive oil or water, not heavy sauces or cheap oils that lower the benefit. You don't need to eat them daily, just a few times a week. That tiny tin could hold the relief your legs have been waiting for. Bone broth. warm, soothing, familiar, but also a collagen powerhouse in a mug. Bone broth is more than just comfort food. It's slow-simmered medicine for your joints. When you boil bones with connective tissue for hours, you release gelatin, collagen, glycine proline, and a rich blend of minerals that help your joints hydrate, flex, and rebuild. This isn't theory, it's been measured. In a 2021 randomized study, seniors who drank 1 cup of homemade bone broth every day for 12 weeks saw a 44% reduction in swelling and a 38% boost in mobility and pain scores. And ultrasound imaging confirmed something incredible. Their knee cartilage was actually getting thicker. Bone broth contains everything your body needs to use collagen properly. Unlike some supplements which strip out cofactors, broth delivers minerals and amino acids in one complete package. It nourishes your joints and the tissues that hold them together. To make it yourself, simmer chicken backs, beef knuckles, or turkey necks with garlic onion herbs and a splash of apple cider vinegar for 12 to 24 hours. The vinegar helps pull minerals from the bones. If you're not a cook, no problem. Just look for frozen or refrigerated bone broths without preservatives. Heat gently and sip plain. Or use it as the base for soups, stews, or even your rice. If your knees grind or your ankles balloon by evening, this one daily habit could be the difference between dragging your feet and walking with purpose. It's not just soup, it's therapy your body can drink. Beef tendons. They're not pretty, not trendy, and definitely not what most people reach for at the store. But beef tendons might be the strongest collagen delivery system nature has to offer. And for seniors struggling with leg pain, joint instability, or swelling that doesn't go away, this forgotten food could be the key to lasting relief. Tendons are made almost entirely of type 1 collagen. When cooked slowly, they release gelatin and powerful peptides that feed the very tissues that time and movement have worn down. A 2022 clinical study found that participants over 60 who ate collagen-rich tendon stew 3 times a week saw a 63% increase in joint fluid density and a 41% drop in stiffness. Even MRI scans showed regeneration of soft tissue cushioning in major joints. This is where we meet Dorothy. She's 75 and lives in rural Georgia. Her knees had been bothering her for years, and she dreaded the idea of surgery. Her daughter began making a simple tendon stew with ginger, garlic, and rice vinegar. They simmered it for hours until it became soft and jelly-like. Dorothy was hesitant at first. The texture was new, but after just a few weeks, she noticed something. She wasn't reaching for the railing as much. She could walk the church parking lot without pain. Her body felt like it was holding together again. To try it yourself, simmer beef tendons for 8 to 12 hours. Cook them with soft vegetables or broth to ease into the texture. You don't need much, just a small bowl a few times a week. It might be the most powerful joint support you've never heard of. Sometimes healing doesn't come in the form of a pill or a procedure. Sometimes it comes from a quiet bowl of broth, a small handful of seeds, or the part of the chicken we were told to throw away. When we start to see food not just as fuel, but as the raw material for healing, everything begins to change. If there's one truth that carries through all of this, it's that your body hasn't given up. Even after all these years, even through pain, swelling, and slowed steps, your body is still trying, still building, still listening to what you give it. And when you feed it the right tools, it responds, gently but powerfully. Aging is not about decline, it's about adjustment, about learning how to support your body with what it truly needs now. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet or become someone else. You just need to choose differently. One egg yolk, one cup of broth, one comforting meal at a time. So if you've been feeling stuck, or swollen, or uncertain, let this be your reminder. You are not too late. Your joints are not beyond hope, and your legs deserve a second chance. If this video helped you see something differently, I'd love to know. What food will you try first this week, or what part of your routine are you ready to shift? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. And if you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the Longevity Secret channel, and stay with us for more gentle, powerful ways to care for your health. Take good care today, and I'll see you in the next one.